Hi, everybody. Welcome to Chair Yoga. I'm Janie Bernasconi, and today we're going to be focusing on our joints and range of motion, especially in the joints. If there's anything that doesn't feel good on your body, or if you have limited mobility there, just take it easy. Let's bring your arms down by your side and then inhale up, deep breath in, and exhale down, taking it at your rhythm. Inhale. If I'm moving too slow or too fast, take it at your pace. Exhale. Let's take two more. So we're trying to link the movement with the breath. Exhale. Good. Now one more. Deep breath in. Now hold your arms up and exhale. Stay for two more breaths. Inhale. Fill up your lungs. Exhale. Deflate your lungs. One more time. Deep breath in and exhale, release. Good. Now just rest your hands down and let's move through your shoulders. Nice and slow. Let's do some circling of your shoulders as you breathe deeply here. So we're doing 4 circles in one direction. This is the 4th one, and then we'll do 4 in the other direction. Moving a little bit slow so that you can really notice the shoulder blades sliding up and down your back behind you. Good, and now just rest. As you rest, notice the prana. Prana is energy. Notice the sensation in your shoulders and in your neck. Good, now look over your right shoulder and feel the range of motion. Notice how the sensation feels in your neck. Come back to center and now look over to the left. And notice if you have more range or less on this side. Good, come back. Now we're going to take our left hand over to the right and look over your right shoulder. And if you have a chair, depending on if you have an arm on your chair, it's preferable to have a chair without an arm, unless you have, what you have. We're working with what we have. Other side. So looking over your left, take your right hand to your left thigh, and then take your hand and see if you can get a nice twist. Deep breath in and exhale out. One more breath. Inhale. And now come back to center. Good. Now take your hand either on the side of your chair or your arm, wherever it is. And let's take your left arm up and we'll go over to the side. So we want to anchor so we don't tip over and fall. You want to anchor the bones that you're sitting on are called sits bones. You want to anchor those down to your chair and then come up. And let's do the other side. Right arm up and over to the left. So what we're doing is we're stretching through the side body right here, opening up the intercostal muscles. Those are the ribs. Good, and then coming up. Then let's look down and walk your hands forward and forward fold over your body. Just release your body over. If you have the ability to drop your arms down and just feel this compression on the front of your body. Drop your head, relax your neck, and take 2 more breaths. See if you can really soften and let go here. Good, now slowly come back up, sitting up nice and tall. Then take your hands on your chair or on your arms, wherever you can brace yourself. Now see if you can look up and feel like you have a sun in your heart center. Shine your sun up to the sky and point your elbows back. So you're opening up your heart. And then come up to center. So normally we tend, if we sit, where we compress and our spines start to really compress. And sometimes we start to sit with a hunch. So what we want to do, the reason why we moved our shoulders around is we want to try and work on our posture to sit up as tall as we can. And then when we open up our chest, that helps. If you're able to reach behind you, maybe you can't grab your hands, but grab something. Let's do that one more time. Point your elbows back and now lift your heart up and take 2 more breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and now come back up. By opening up the chest, it helps to open up the lungs so you get more lung capacity, more breath, more prana. Prana is energy, so we're building prana in our body. Good, all right, so just sit up tall. Feel the sits bones, the bones you're sitting on, rooting down so that you can reach up. Good, and we're gonna do what's called sitting cat-cow. So round through your spine, draw your navel back, lower your head, and now reach up with your head, arch your back. Exhale, so connect with the breath, round through your spine. Inhale, reach up. Let's do that 3 more times. So you're rounding your back over, and then opening up through your heart, through your chest, shoulders down. Good, last one. And then come up. Good. Now take your hands and stir them around. And breathe as you do this. So finding range of motion, warming up the wrists. Good, now reverse. If there was a thick air, you'd be pushing that thick air around in your hands. Kind of an interesting thought, like thick pea soup or peanut butter. I don't know, put a food or a texture. Good, now come on down. Good, now let's pick up your leg and cross your leg and just circle your right foot or your left foot, doesn't matter, you're gonna do the other one. So just circling it around, finding range of motion, circle all 5 of the toes. Now reverse the circle and go the other way. You're gonna feel it burning in your shin, in your ankle. That's good, means you're really working the muscle. 1 more circle. Good, and then shake it out. Other side, just cross it over and circle that foot. We're trying to do 6 in one direction and then 6 in the other direction. Good, now reverse. Good, and then shake it out. Sit way back in your chair, and you can either put your hands to support you here. You're just gonna lift your leg up and down. Let's do that 4 times. Exhale, and then inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, now stay and flex and point your foot a few times. Even though we've just worked that ankle, you're still flexing and pointing your foot. Let's do it 2 more times. Good, and then release your leg down. Good, and then other side. Extend your leg out and bring it down. Out and down. Good, 2 more. Good, and on this last one, see if you can keep it up there and flex and point your foot. So you have to engage in your core, sit yourself up tall to hold your legs straight. We'll do 2 more. Good, and now come down. Let's bring your hands on your thighs, and you're gonna cross your arms and open your knees, and then cross and open. This is like the Charleston dance. So just open and close your knees, cross. And if you get confused, that's okay. Just do the best you can. So I'm opening and closing. Good. Now I'm going to open my leg out to the side, and I'm going to take my hand and take my shoulder, and I'm going to give it a little push to the opposite side. Good. And now I'm going to come back and do my other side. So I open up my knee and I take that same shoulder over to my opposite knee. And then I come back. Good. Now see if you can zigzag your feet open and then close, if you have that ability in your chair. Let's do that a few more times. And if you can go a little bit faster, go ahead. Z. Good. And then close. Good. Now see if you can just pick up a leg and march, sitting up tall. Good. Now release your arms up. Take a deep breath in and exhale. So let's take some circles with your arms. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale up and exhale. Let's do it one more time. And then hold your arms out, fingertips up, fingertips down, up, down, up, down. Two more. Good. Now take your hands on your shoulders and pull your elbows together. Reach them up and back and down, and reaching forward, lift up and back. Good. One more time. Breathing. Good. And then rest. Take a couple of resting breaths. Close your eyes for a moment and just notice the internal landscape of your body. Notice your breath. Slow your breathing down and take two more full deep breaths here. So we're going to do some, I call them rippling or opening and closing the spine. So we're going to inhale, look up, and then forward fold as you exhale, down, and then round through your spine. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, over. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, over. Good, one more. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, over. Now hang over. See if you can reach down. If there's a cat down there, you can pet the cat. This is Corby. Hi, Corby. Good, and now see if you can give your head a little yes. And a little no. Hello. And then slowly roll yourself back up. Now see if you can sit a little bit taller. Good, now we're gonna make a goal post with our arms, or I call these cactus arms. And then see if you can press, if this is okay for your shoulders. We're kind of getting in the rotator cuff. So we're rotating our arms up and down, trying to keep your elbows high. Now bring your elbows together and then open up. And together, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. One more, exhale, like Corby, inhale. Good, now open and tap your shoulders. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Open and tap, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Deep breath in. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And release your arms down. Now see if you can reach across you, take your arm and pull it in. So you stretch what's called the deltoid muscles in your shoulders. Couple of breaths here. Good, and now open up your arms, swing it back and see if you can see behind you. Hold for another breath. And then bring your arm down. Good. So let's reach the arm and go out and twist. Looking behind you, couple of breaths. Good, and then come back. Take a breath to rest. Inhale and exhale. Good, now take your right arm forward, left arm up, and cross your arms. Take a hold of your shoulders like you're giving yourself a nice hug. Lift your elbows and then see if you can round through your spine. Now lift your arms up like you're taking off a shirt and then cross your arms the other way. So if your right arm was on top, now your left arm was on top. And then round your spine. So I'll just turn so you can see my spine. And then reaching up and then reaching off like you're pulling off a sweater. Now we're going to take our arms, cross them like you're pulling off a sweater. And then cross them the other way. 2 more, one on each side, right arm on the top, and then the left arm on the top. Good, so that's to warm up the arms. We've warmed up the spine, we've warmed up the arms and the shoulders. We're gonna try and hold what's called Warrior 2. If you can't do your legs, because we're gonna be sitting, then just do your arms. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn sideways. I'm gonna take my right leg forward and kind of my left leg back. I'm gonna point my toes forward and then I'm gonna reach my arms out. I'm gonna look over my front hand, which is my right hand. I'm gonna take 3 deep breaths here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale. Now I'm going to take my forearm on my thigh and reach my top arm either up or out. So I'm creating a diagonal line through my left side body. My heart reaches up and I'm going to take 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. One more breath. Inhale. Good, and then I'm going to come up and release my legs. And I'm just going to open and close my legs to release my hips. Other side, so I'm going to turn my body, take my left leg out, and then trying to straighten out my right leg. I'm trying to come as close to the edge of the chair if I can. Make sure you are safe. You don't want to fall out of your chair by any means. Then take your arms out. Parallel to the ground, look over your left arm and let's stay for a few breaths. Inhale, exhale. Think about the head string reaching up. Inhale, exhale. Pull your navel in as you exhale towards your spine. One more breath. Inhale. And then as you exhale, let's pull your left forearm on the left thigh. Reach your right arm up. Or you can reach out. This is called side angle stretch. So Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana is what we just came from. And now we're opening up the right side of our body. Nice, and then let's recover from that. Come up and we'll bend our knees. And then just move your legs. All right, let's do one more pose. We're going to do a sitting pigeon. So I'm going to pick up my leg. So depending on the range of motion in your hips, if you can cross your legs. Now, if you can slide your leg up, you can slide it up so that you are sitting. If you feel pressure in your knee, flex your foot. That helps to align the knee muscles. So here are the different options. You can either forward fold, And you might feel it in the outer hip. Now, if you can't slide your leg up, just cross your legs and then forward fold, and you might feel it. Let's stay for a couple more breaths. Now slowly rise back up, and then let's bring your leg down, move your legs in and out just to recover. And then option 1 is to cross your legs. Option 2 is to turn your knee out and bring your ankle over your thigh. Then, if you have more range, if you feel like you have a little more to give to the posture, lean your body forward. Make sure you protect that knee. You don't want to put undue pressure on it. So see what happens when you flex your foot. And let's breathe here. Deep inhale and exhale. One more breath. Inhale. And then exhale. Slowly come back up. Unfold your legs. Now feel grounded. If you can, put your feet on the ground or wherever your feet are. If you're in a wheelchair, put your feet right on the supports of your wheelchair. And let's close our eyes for a moment. Feel the sits bones that you're sitting on rooting down, reach up through the crown of your head. And let's take let's take 5 slow inhales and exhales. Feel like those inhales sweep through the breath as you ascend up and then descend down with your breath. Watching your breath, we'll take 2 more deep breaths. Just following your breath, trying to close the mind down, let it rest. Your internal focus, which is called the dristi, is your mind following your breath. As you inhale, it ascends up. As you exhale, it descends down. We're trying to let go of our mind so we can come more into the breath. We'll bring the hands together over the heart center. Take a moment to feel the sacredness of your temple, your body. And I bow to the light in you, which bows to the light in me. Namaste.